Hey, it's the Raw Traveler again here. This video is about the credit cards that I currently have in my wallet. What's in my wallet today and why. So I'm going to go through each of my cards and I'll explain what the motivation was, why I got the card, and why I'm going to keep it or whatever I plan to do with it today. Things might change, but at the moment, this is what I plan to do with them. Okay, let's get started. The first one is the latest card that I just received a couple of days ago, and this is what it looks like, and it's the United Airlines Mileage Plus Explorer card from Chase, and you see it's a business card. Most credit cards have two versions. Not all of them do, but most of them have a business card and a personal card, which is great for people who are in this hobby of accumulating miles and points, because you can apply for one and then you can apply for the other and you can get the promotion twice. And sometimes there's even a third way, because they have different stages of cards. They might have one that you have a large annual fee, one that has a smaller annual fee, and then you'll have another one that has no annual fee. And you can get all three, and if they have the business and the personal in both, then you can get as many as 5 or 6 cards like that. So that card is what I recently applied for, and the reason I applied for this card is because the promotion, the amount of bonus miles went up from the usual 30,000 to 50,000 just recently. It's a temporary thing, and because of that I decided to apply for it. I already actually had the personal one and I already got that promotion. You can only get a promotion from one card. I think it is for Chase once every 2 years, so you have to cancel the other one, wait 2 years, and then you can apply for it again, get accepted, and get the bonus again. But this one I had never applied for before. It's a business card, and I saw that big bonus. All you have to do is spend $2,000 in the first 90 days, and you will get the bonus of 50,000 United Airlines Mileage Plus miles. Then if you add the $2,000, if you spend it in just regular store, it doesn't matter where you spend it, because there's no the only big bonus is if you spend it on United, I believe. But if you spend it at any other place, you just get 1 mile per dollar. So you're going to get 2,000 miles for that spend plus the 50,000. So if you spend exactly $2,000 on this card the first 90 days, you'll come up with 52,000 miles, which is pretty decent. And there's no annual fee the first year. The annual fee is waived. It's a good card. Also, if you spend $25,000 on that card in a year, that's a lot of spend, but if you can manage to do that, you get an extra 10,000 bonus by the end, like right a month or so after you finish spending the 25,000, you'll get a 10,000 bonus mile, 10,000 bonus miles on the card, which is a really nice bonus for those people who are capable of doing that spend. Okay, let's go on to the next card. I'm looking through my wallet right now, and here's another card that I've had for quite a few years, and I'm going to just cover up the card number because I don't want that on the internet. But this is called the IHG Rewards Club. This is part of Holiday Inn. It's a MasterCard. It's also a Chase card. It's part of the Holiday Inn chain. IHG is called the Intercontinental Hotel Group. The reason why I got this card is quite a few years, probably 3 to 4 years I've had that card. And I keep it, and I pay the annual fee on that card, which is only $49. The reason why I got that card, when I originally got it, there was a big promotion with Holiday Inn. You had to earn points to do different things. Holiday Inn often has promotions like that where you have to do certain things. You might have to do one stay or a couple of stays in different brands of hotels. Like you might do one stay at Holiday Inn Express, one stay at a Holiday Inn, one stay at a Intercontinental or something, any one of them, and then you spend a certain amount of money on the credit card and you get 10,000 of their points or 50,000 of their points or something like that. Well, there was something like that going on, and I had to get the credit card. I think I got 60,000 of their points for the credit card, but then with the promotion, I got something like 100,000 more, and it was really a good incentive for me to get the card. So I got the card, and then I realized having the card is really good too, because it's only $49 for the annual fee, and along with the annual fee, once you pay the annual fee, you get a one-night certificate through your email or through the IHG website. It shows it in there too, and that certificate is good for 1 year after that, after you get it, and you can stay at any property for one night for free, and it doesn't take any points or anything off your account. So in other words, you're getting a free night at any one of the IHG properties for only $49. And some of their properties, some of the ones in Europe, some like the one in Bora Bora, Tahiti, go for about $900 a night. Some of them in $750, $800, $900 a night. So if you have the opportunity to go to those locations, getting a $900 a night hotel for just $49, plus of course you still get to keep the credit card. So every time you use the credit card, you're getting more points. There's other advantages to the credit card. You can go onto the Chase website, chase.com, and look up that credit card, and you see there's a lot of advantages to it as well. So that is a credit card for people who would have the opportunity to use it. It's definitely worth having. That's one of the ones I actually pay the annual fee on it. It's only $49. Here's my main credit card that I use mostly, and it's called the Chase Ink card. This is my number one card. It's the one that I talked about in a couple of other videos. I don't really want to go into the details on this one, but it's if you want to really get into the travel for free, or what some people call travel hacking, this is the one to get you started on the fast track. They offer 50,000 bonus miles. You have to just sign up for the card, spend 5,000 in the first 90 days, and you get 50,000 bonus miles. And if you spent that 5,000 at office stores, then you get another 25,000 for the spend. So in other words, within the first 90 days, you have 75,000 bonus miles, and you can transfer them. They come to your Ultimate Rewards account. It can be transferred to Southwest, or they can be transferred to United and several other airlines. I think Korea, there's a Korean Airlines as well as in there. Singapore is in there. There's a lot of hotels in there, even Amtrak. So that is the best card that I found out of all the cards right now up to this point. So I use that. That's my main primary card because of the 5 times bonus that you get at Staples and Office Max and Office Depot. Okay, the next card, the fourth one I've got, is this one. It's called the Chase Freedom card. Now that's a great partner that goes along with the Ink card, because once you have the Ink card, Chase opens up the Ultimate Rewards account for you. And when you have an Ultimate Rewards account, the Freedom card is great because you can share your Ultimate Rewards of your Freedom card with your Ink card, and you can combine the points. And this Freedom card, first of all, has no annual fee. It never had it, and it never will, apparently. And so in other words, it's a totally free card. It doesn't, I think there was a bonus when I signed up for it. I think I got 20,000 miles to get it. Usually that bonus was only 10,000, and they went up to 20,000. So that's why I got motivated to get the card. So I got the card for that reason. And So I got the 20,000 bonus just to get the card. Doesn't cost you anything because there's no annual fee. And then they have these promotions every quarter where if you buy things from certain categories, like it could be a hardware store, or it could be Walmart, Walmart, or it could be restaurants, gas stations, it could be Outlook.com or Amazon.com. Every quarter you have to register, and then you're eligible to get 5 times bonus points if you buy things from those categories. Now that is a great deal, especially for a card that has no annual fee. I've been using that card as much as possible. There's a limit to how much you can spend every time they have one of these promotions. The last time it was only $1,500, so you spend $1,500 and you get 5 times 7,500 miles or ultimate rewards points for that spend, which is really, it's a great deal. And I suggest if you do have the Ink card, you should have that one too. It's a great partner for the Ink card. So for categories where the Ink card doesn't give you 5 times, this card will often give you 5 times. The only negative thing about that card is that internationally, if you take it with you on a trip to another country, international use, there will be a fee. With the Ink card, there's no fee if you use it in another country with another currency, but the Freedom card will have a foreign exchange fee. So watch out for that. Don't use it in another country. Don't use it on the internet for buying something that's sold from another country, because that's a trick too, that they will charge you the foreign exchange fee if you buy something, even if it's in US dollars. If it's coming from Canada, if it's coming from Mexico, if it's coming from China, if it's coming from another country, they will hit you with that fee. So don't use the Freedom card on any kind of international spend, but it's great for US domestic spending. Card number 5 is this one. I barely ever use this card. It's the Delta SkyMiles American Express card, and I've had this card for a long time. The reason why I've had it for a long time is there's just no annual fee. Originally I had one with an annual fee, and I did like I tell everybody to do, is I got to the point where the annual fee was coming due, so I called American Express and said I don't want to pay the annual fee. Instead of offering me to waive the annual fee, they offered me downgraded card, which is another thing they'll offer sometimes. And I actually accepted the downgraded card. It's quite a long story, but the downgraded card had a lot of benefits that almost exactly the same as the card that wasn't downgraded, except it had no annual fee. So I kept that card for many years. And a couple of years ago, there was some fraudulent activity on my account, and American Express, they're very good about that. They called me and contacted me right away about this fraudulent activity, and it was fraudulent. So they sent me a new card, and to my disappointment, the new card was not the same. It didn't have the same benefits as the card that I used to have. I didn't even complain about it. I should have called them back and said this is not the same card. Didn't have the same benefits, and so maybe they just don't have that card anymore. I don't know. So it was a big disadvantage to me to have that fraudulent activity, because now I have a card that doesn't have as many benefits. It doesn't have an annual fee, but like for example, the biggest benefit is how many miles you get per dollar spent. And the old card was 2 miles per dollar spend that I had, and had no annual fee. And this card was only the other card was actually 1 mile per dollar spent. With this card, is 1 mile for every $2 spent. So you're getting half the miles, and that's the reason why I don't use it very often, because it doesn't provide that much of a benefit to use it. You don't even get 1 mile per dollar. I only get 1 mile for every $2. So there's no annual fee. I just let it sit in my wallet. Occasionally there's a promotion. The reason why I don't cancel the card is because American Express has between I think it's between Black Friday, which is just after Thanksgiving, the day after is Saturday, they have Small Business Day, and if you use the card at certain small businesses, they were giving you back $25 at specific places. And that was going on for quite a few years. I think last year they did it again, but it was only $10 for certain places. You can do that for one time with each of your American Express credit cards. Now I only have one, so it wasn't a big deal for me. But last year I wasn't even in the country during that time, so I didn't get the opportunity to use it. Maybe in the future I might cancel that card because I barely ever use it. So I keep it just for that purpose. If American Express has some kind of promotion that is interesting to me, I would like to use it. I keep the card. It has no annual fee. There's no problem with keeping it. It's one of those cards that I just keep in my wallet. It just doesn't get much use. Occasionally I'll go and realize, oh, I haven't used this card in a long time, and I'll put $10 of gasoline in my car and use that card just to charge $10 of gasoline. Also, Delta Airlines miles do not expire, so there's no reason to just accumulate mileage here and there. You can just have your miles sit in your Delta account for, at least at the moment, for as long as they keep having the miles not expire, and you don't have to worry about anything happening to your miles. They just sit there. Okay, next card is, well, this is actually one of my favorite cards. It's the Hawaiian Airlines Hawaiian Miles card from Barclay. It's got a really nice picture. There's actually other options of pictures you can have on this card. And this card, I got it a couple years ago. I mentioned it in one of my other videos. I got 35,000 Hawaiian miles when I signed up for the card after a spend, I think, of $1,500 or $2,000. I don't remember exactly. The promotion might be the same now. It might be different. And it's a good card. I got the miles. I think it was an $89 annual fee. I think I mentioned in my other video there was no fee the first year. I think there was a fee the first year. I paid the $89. I got the bonus miles. If you spend $10,000 on it in a year, you get an extra 5,000 bonus miles, which is a real nice perk. And then they are very nice with the annual fee. After you spend the $10,000, you call them up and they will waive the annual fee without question. So that was pretty good. So I have it again, the card, for another year for free. Now I have the opportunity to spend another $10,000. I've already spent, I believe, $8,000 on it. I have a couple more thousand to go, which I'm planning to do in the month of April. And at the end of that, I'm probably going to hold it in my drawer for a bit because I've got more interesting things to spend money on than that card. So, but it is a good card, especially if you ever fly to Hawaii. Hawaiian Airlines is a pretty nice airlines. One of my other cards, this one is called the Choice Privileges Visa. I've had this card for quite a long time. It has no annual fee. I originally got the card because I think there was a bunch of stays at Choice hotels for free when I first got the card. Again, I think I said there's no annual fee on it. It gives you bonus points if you spend money on Choice hotels. So whenever I stay at a Choice hotel and I pay for it, some of their hotels are pretty cheap. They always have good promotions. Like right now, if you stay two separate times at Choice hotels, you get 8,000 bonus points, or what they call a free night. It's a free night at certain locations. It's not free night at anything, at any place, but that's a pretty decent promotion that they have occasionally. Almost every quarter they have some kind of promotion, and usually they're pretty good. So if you do stay at a hotel, at the Choice Hotels, I suggest you get this card and you pay for your stays with that card. And I think there's certain categories you do get double miles or double points. I'm not sure exactly. I think you get 2 for every dollar you spend, 2 points, and you do have some categories where there's higher than 2, but I'm not really sure on that. I don't really use it that much. I use it mostly for Choice Hotels. Or if you're short a few points to a reward, you can use it for a little bit until you get your points for the reward, and then you use your reward, and then use it only for that. Those are the only purposes I use it for, to get a little bit more points to get a reward, or when I actually stay at a Choice Hotel. So I think we're up to 7 cards right now. Here is the 8th, and this is a really nice card. It's the Fairmont Visa. It's also a Chase card. I got that card specifically for one reason, because I was in Hawaii a few months ago, and my father's coming down to visit me, and I wanted to stay at a nice place in Hawaii, and the hotels in Hawaii are extremely expensive. It doesn't matter what island you're on. I was on the Big Island, and hotels, if you want to go to a resort hotel, it's minimum of 150, and some of them go as much as 5, 6, 7, 800, even over $1,000, or some I think at $1,500 a night. So rather than spend that kind of money, I applied for this card from Chase, and when you get accepted for the card, you have to spend, I think it was 2,000 or 3,000 on it. I'm not sure. You can check on chase.com for the exact amount. Within 90 days, I did the spend, and then you get, after you've done the spend, you get 2 nights, 2 complimentary nights at any of the Fairmont hotels, and they have some beautiful hotels in Hawaii. They have a beautiful hotel in Waikoloa on the Big Island, and so I decided that's what I want to do. I stayed in Waikoloa. I got a video of that, of what the hotel and the grounds look like. It's a room that was probably worth over $300 a night. I got upgraded. They also included breakfast for 2 people each of the 2 days, and they even included an extra lunch for 2 people. So I really enjoyed it. Breakfast was this big buffet, including a lot of raw foods and vegetables and fruits, and it was a really good. I had a really good time at that hotel. There were sea turtles swimming around in the sea right next to the beach over there, and the room was beautiful. And so if you would definitely want to use that to stay at a Fairmont hotel, it's a great card to have. There's another advantage. If you spend, I think, $12,000 in a year, you get another night at a Fairmont hotel, but you do have to pay the annual fee, which I think is $95. My plans in the future right now is to cancel this card, because I don't think I'll have the opportunity to stay at Fairmont too often in the future, but that might change. I don't know if it's hard to tell what's going to happen right now. And finally, the last card I have, which is just Bank of America, and it's just a MasterCard. I've had this card since 1998. This is the card I keep for longevity. There's no annual fee on this card. There is some kind of program that gives you rewards, and occasionally if I log into my account and I recognize that there's a promotion on it, I try to take advantage of that promotion. Sometimes there's a promotion if you spend a certain amount of money from certain places, certain retailers, where it could be gasoline or it could be hotels or whatever. You get a promotion number of points, and these points could be converted into gift cards and hotel stays and rental cars and all kinds of different things through Bank of America's website, and which sometimes is a good deal. Most of the time I've got better opportunities with my other credit cards, but I keep this card. I probably won't be canceling it for a long time, if ever, because it's the one I've had in my possession longer than anything else. And for your FICO score, as I explained on my FICO video, that's important to keep a card that you've had for a long time, especially if it has no annual fee. It keeps your FICO score higher and stronger. If you cancel that card, you're going to notice your score is going to go down, and I prefer it not go down if possible. So I'm going to keep that card for now. So there's what's in my wallet, what I use my cards for, why I got my cards, my plans of what I'm going to do with them, and I would like to see all of you on a flight coming up soon. Maybe we'll chat about our credit card experiences in economy or first class. Who knows? And I'll see you later. Take care.